Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things. And today we have a very, very interesting show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, this is going to be an interesting one, right? This is going to be an interesting one because we're going to be talking about Tom Brady once more. As you guys know, about 2 or 3 days ago, we produced a show where we were reacting to some comments that Skip Bayless, a former FS1 staff member, Skip Bayless, who had some pretty strong comments about Tom Brady. And the reason it made news is because Skip Bayless is such a huge Tom Brady supporter. But we found out about it via Awful Announcing, and I want to read what the article said at the time. It says, Skip Bayless dubs Captain Obvious Tom Brady a sixth-round broadcaster. After portraying himself as a Tom Brady superfan for decades on TV, Skip Bayless doesn't appear to be a fan of Tom Brady, the broadcaster. Brady is just 2 weeks into his 10-year contract with Fox to be their lead NFL analyst, but Bayless has seen enough to claim he'll never be the next sixth-round broadcaster. Analyzing games on the fly on live network television, Tom so far is just another sixth-round draft pick. And I'm not sure he'll get a whole lot better, Bayless said on his podcast, right? So that's what he said originally about Tom Brady. So, as you guys know, Tom is still doing, the show, fulfilling his commitments to Fox Sports, et cetera, But it seems like other people are slowly beginning to become annoyed with Tom Brady. And in this particular case, they're growing annoyed with him over his voice and his delivery. And now you have a pretty prominent ESPN writer who essentially started making fun of Tom Brady, and then other people started chiming in. And so this is the article that we want to focus on today. But before we even get into, what this reporter said, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. PrizePicks makes it easy to get real money action on sports and players you love. Pick more or less on 2 or more players in any sport to win up to 100 times your entry fee. For example, here's a possible winning player projection lineup: Tyreek Hill for more than 90 receiving yards and Dak Prescott for more than 263 passing yards, Josh Allen for less than 240 passing yards, and CB Lamb for more than 96 receiving yards. And if you're like me and you want to play safe, you will love the new features PrizePicks invented. Flex plays. Flex pays are the safest way to play PrizePicks. You can still make a profit or win some money back even if a couple of your picks don't hit. On top of this, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let me get into what this article had to say here. It says, ESPN writer calls Tom Brady's voice mildly annoying to nails on chalkboard. A prominent ESPN writer raised a new concern Sunday about Tom Brady as a broadcaster, his voice. 3 games into the NFL broadcasting career, Brady has earned mixed reviews from fans and media critics. While Brady seemed more comfortable calling the Baltimore Ravens Dallas Cowboy game, ESPN senior writer Don Van Natta Jr. dropped an X post midway through the matchup sharing his concerns. Tom Brady's problem and ours is his voice. No matter how much his commentary might improve, Brady's delivery system teeters between mildly annoying to nails on a chalkboard. Nails on a chalkboard. That's what this gentleman had to say there. And then some other people chimed in. One person said, my husband said the same. They should tweak his levels, increase the lower tones. It's done all the time. It's weird they didn't do it from the beginning. Another person said they need to raise the volume on his mic slightly, and he needs to learn breathing for singers/actors as his voice goes up when he gets excited about a play. Kevin does have a beautiful voice. Another person said, Tom Brady spots this shirt at the Dallas Cowboy game and tells a story about a legendary comeback, and people just started reacting. People were laughing under the post. One guy said under the post, Tom Brady is horrible. Fox should be ashamed. And people just started going on and on and on about that. What are my thoughts on this? If viewers and other analysts are noticing this, the question then becomes, wasn't Fox Sports aware of this? Didn't they do any test runs with him? Because I'm going to assume that they did. And I'm going to assume that they were happy with what they saw and heard. So therefore, they decided to offer Tom Brady a $375 million 10-year deal where they're paying him $37.5 million every single year. That's a gaudy number. That's almost $500 million that they're paying him over the next 10 years. And if you're willing to make such a commitment to Tom Brady, I would have assumed that they would have done their due diligence, right? Now, another part of this, which I don't want to believe, another possibility could be that they never did. That all they heard was Tom Brady will be retiring soon. We want to get the flagship analyst, former NFL Hall of Fame, considered the greatest quarterback of all time, get him on our network. So we're just going to offer him this incredible deal, and then we'll deal with the rest later. I don't want to believe, or maybe they did that. Hear this part. Maybe they offered them this money as a way to get his attention, right? Because maybe it wasn't on his radar, and they're like, okay, hey, Tom, we're willing to offer you $37 million a year for the next 10 years. Would you consider it? And then maybe Tom Brady took a second guess and was like, okay, maybe I'll do that. I'll do that. And then they started working their way backwards. So they worked back from his agreement, and then they started, reverse engineering it all the way to the point where we are now. Now, I've never heard Tom Brady cover a game before. I've heard some snippets, but I haven't actually sat down to watch a game. I've heard his voice. I've heard Tom Brady speak in pressers for God knows how long, 20 years, 15 years. So I already knew what Tom Brady sounded like. So given the fact I already knew what he sounded like, I never thought that it would be an issue. I never did. But apparently it seems to be an issue, right? The other day, people were complaining about his delivery and all of this and all of that. And now that they're complaining about this, whatever ends up happening is going to be a problem that Fox Sports is ultimately going to have to remedy on their own, because they're the ones that ultimately created this problem by offering him this contract. So look, the question to the audience is simply this. Where do you think Fox goes from here with this? They've already offered him the money, so I'm not sure they're going to take it back. If you're a Fox Sports, what do you do? Right? What do you do? Do you look for ways to kind of work around it, or do you try to find a way to replace him? I don't know. Whatever you guys think in the comments about a possible solution for Fox Sports, please let us know your thoughts, and we'll catch you guys on the next show.